Breaking news on SportsCenter this morning. The Lakers and Mavericks making it a blockbuster night. Luka Doncic headed to the Lakers. Anthony Davis headed to the Mavericks in a seismic trade.
This might be the worst day of my life. This might be the worst day. I'm out right now trying to enjoy my Saturday night. And I just found out my glorious Slovenian bear just got traded to the Lakers.
But the story of the moment and what my phone is filling up with is the reaction to the Dallas Mavericks.
This deal materialized in the shadows. This came out of nowhere. This is maybe the most stunning trade, definitely that I've been a part of.
Absolutely the worst day in Dallas Mavericks history.
This is the worst trade of all time in Dallas history.
This is not okay, bro. It's not okay, man.
Y'all got me fucked up. You think I'm gonna make a video tonight, bro? I cannot believe we just traded Luka Doncic for AD. What the fuck are we doing?
They're calling the most shocking trade.
They're trading away Anthony Davis.
What?
For Luka.
What?
So, Luka Doncic is officially a member of the Los Angeles Lakers. And if you're hearing that sentence for the first time in the last 12 hours, boy, do I have a story for you. This blockbuster trade between the Mavericks and the Lakers has absolutely rocked not only the NBA world to its core, but the entire sports world as a whole. And maybe even the entire country at this point. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a move that has impacted players so much where they're reacting like this in the middle of a game in any sport. So, in today's video, we're going to be breaking down this trade for both sides. And yeah, talking about it, because why not? This might be the biggest trade in the NBA, if not sports history. And if you're new here, hey, I'm Josh. Don't forget to like and subscribe with notifications on so that you never miss an upload. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So around midnight last night, ESPN's NBA insider Shams Charania reported about this absolutely massive blockbuster move in the NBA involving 3 teams. Shams reported that the Lakers would be sending star forward Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick to the Mavericks, as well as send former first-round pick Jalen Hood-Schifino, a 2025 Clippers second-round pick, and a Mavericks 2025 second-round pick to the Utah Jazz in exchange for Markieff Morris, Maxi Kleber, and Luka Doncic. For the Lakers, this was an all-too-familiar blockbuster move. I mean, quite literally on the dot 17 years ago, the Lakers traded for Paul Gasol that ultimately led to a 3-peat championship with Kobe Bryant. This move subsequently closed the door on the LeBron-AD era in LA whilst opening up a new one, an era centered around Luka Doncic. This was absolutely crucial for the Lakers. It's no secret that LeBron James is no spring chicken. I mean, look, James is 40, and every time a season ends whilst he's wearing a Lakers jersey could ultimately be his last. What he's doing at the NBA at his age is absolutely historic, and it probably won't ever happen again. But honestly, it could be any day now that LeBron ultimately wants to hang it up and call it a day. With the acquisition of Luka, the Lakers now have their star for the post-James era. The guy LeBron can hand the keys to the city to when he decides to ultimately ride into the sunset, ending his beyond legendary long career. In combination, this also skyrockets the Lakers into an absolute contender in the West. With a very nice win last night in the Garden minus AD, the Lakers currently sit 5th in the West. With another first-round pick to play around with before the trade deadline this week, Rob Pelinka and company can absolutely still add to this roster, which as of right now is in desperate need of reinforcements at center, with AD now out of the fold. Although, even with the massive loss of AD on the defensive end, there's only a select few ways where this move can be seen as a loss rather than a win for the Lakers. And well, for the Mavs, on the other hand, I mean, hey, if I was a Mavs fan, I would not want to watch this part of the video either. For Dallas, this move is shocking, crazy, unequivocal, and a head-scratcher for a lot of reasons. Eerily reminiscent of another move that was head-scratching in North Texas, this move for the Mavericks leaves with more cons than pros. Let's start with the good. Anthony Davis has been an absolute star in the NBA. AD has been solid to start this year, and he absolutely should be in the front-runner conversation for the DPOI when he's on the court. He's a star on both sides of the floor and is absolutely a great player. There's no question about that. Max Christie is very underratedly starting to find his role in the NBA. Look, this kid has battled for starting minutes and has really earned his shot with JJ Redick in the rotation with the Lakers. It's clear the game is starting to slow down for him, and he's starting to see what works for him on the offensive side. Combined with Kyrie and Clay, as well as PJ Washington, AD should connect nicely back at the 4 with Lively and Gafford at the 5. However, that's where the good ends for me. Because, honestly, there are 2 types of stars in the NBA. There are great and excellent players, and then there's what I like to call the guy type of players. And Luka Doncic is absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, the guy in Dallas. Or at least he was. You know, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, this move hasn't happened yet. And I were to ask you, how much would you think the Lakers would have to give up if they wanted to trade for Luka Doncic? And your answer would probably be the entire farm, a couple cars, and the house. Which, in layman's terms, is some stars and a couple first-round picks. Because, well, if this was the package that Rudy Gobert got traded for a couple years ago, and if this was the package that Paul George was traded to the Clippers for even further than that, surely a guy of Luka's talent, which could potentially be the face of the NBA, a guy who took a franchise from the lottery to the NBA Finals, and well, is easily a top 5 player in the NBA currently and could finish as a top 30 to top 20 player all time? Surely the farm, the house, and everything would come with this move, right? Right? In reality, not according to the Dallas Mavericks front office. Not at all. This is a problem for major reasons, especially when it comes to Dallas's current draft capital. As of right now, the team only has 2 first-round picks for the next 2 seasons. After that, there's a massive gap until 2029. In terms of outgoing picks, the Mavericks have 7 unprotected first-round picks outgoing, while they have 3 that are absolutely going to other teams. This is a problem because the Mavs won't likely be anywhere near the lottery, so that means no shot at adding premier talent at the top of the draft. Unless, obviously, of course, they ship off somebody and retain those draft picks from a team that will likely be in the lottery. Ultimately, like I said earlier, the Mavericks will still be good with AD and company, but Kyrie is 32 and has a history of injury. AD is 31 and hasn't played more than 70 games 3 times in his career. And Klay Thompson is 34 years old. We all know the balance of the NBA. You have to have young talent while having veteran experience. I mean, Jesus, we all know what the Lakers did when they added too much veteran experience. Nonetheless, they need more draft capital right now. And I think what makes it a lot worse is that there's like this looming feeling around the Dallas front office right now that franchise players grow on trees. When in reality, players like Luka don't grow on trees. Hell, player as talented as Luka don't come around as often. I mean, Jesus, some franchises in the NBA have never had a player anywhere near Luka. So unless Luka has some freak injury that the Mavericks know about that will drastically change the kind of player he is, that is the only way that the Mavericks can actually put a W in this column of a move. Because at the end of the day, even if there were concerns about his defense or his conditioning or maybe even his personality, there's been another similar theme surrounding this move. You just don't trade Luka Doncic. It doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. You take away the biggest cog and the reason this team was in the finals last year because of his conditioning and defense. And let's say it was like a personality thing. Maybe he wasn't the nicest guy in the locker room. Jordan wasn't the nicest guy in the locker room, and look what he did. Ultimately, Nico Harrison buying in on defense wins championship will work out if the Mavericks win a championship with this group. There's no doubt the Mavericks will be good with Anthony Davis. I've said that like 15 times already. But why be good post Luka when you had a chance to be great with Luka? Why have gold when you can have diamonds? The Mavericks mortgage their team around Luka to ultimately move him away. Whether it's numerous other things that I've mentioned in this video or it's just a front office issue, nonetheless, this is a move that can either move your championship window up 10 years or set you back 10 years and blow up in your face. And right now, on paper, this move is looking like the Dallas Mavericks are sending themselves back 10 years. But let me know in the comment section down below, Mavs fans, how are we feeling? This is a safe space. Laker Nation, how are we feeling? Let me know in the comment section down below. And by the way, your regular scheduled NFL offseason content will be back this week, so make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you never miss an upload. And if you're new around here, I've been Josh from S.H.T Sports. Thank you for staying to the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.